This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Gearoid Farrelly.
And I'm Niamh Kavanagh.
And you're listening to Agony Rants.
Oh my God. Do you know what's happening? Sorry, I forgot there. Obviously for new people, I just want to say we are here to solve your problems.
Heal your life. Fix your world.
As he always says, mind you, if you're writing to a comedian and Eurovision winner,
Look, you
take
get what you deserve. You get what you pay for.
I mean, we have a lot of wisdom.
I don't know if we've got wisdom. I think we just have time in our hands.
Yeah. And brownies in us.
Yeah, exactly. We're sugared up and don't have a whole lot to do.
Okay, so do you know what's wrong with me at the moment?
Go on.
Everywhere I go is too hot.
Leave it's November.
I know. But you know
I think this is a you problem.
No, it is a me problem. And it's nothing to do with menopause or any of that, right? Do you know what's wrong? Everybody's turned their heating on. And I went into my mother's, and honestly, and I adore my mum and dad, and you know, they're in their 80s, they're entitled to be in a warm house. But I'm sitting there talking to them and I'm actually physically wilting in front of them.
Do you know what?
The heat.
It's interesting that you say it.
The heat.
I don't like being warm inside buildings. I think it was, I'll tell you what happened, right?
Yeah.
Last year, do you remember when all the heating went up?
Oh, yeah.
Electric bills went absolutely crazy.
Do you remember?
Yeah. And I live in an apartment.
Yeah, you do.
So I rarely put my heating on anyway.
Because you're kind of, and where you are, you're heated by other people.
Yeah.
A bit. Yeah.
And like last year, now, I mean, if we touched the heating, it was
a
like,
row.
yeah, nobody put heating on. But I think because of that, we were doing this thing. Did you read this thing? It was online. It was about like heat yourself, not the.
Oh yeah,
heat yourself, not the. Yeah. Which is great. So like you wear like you throw a hot water bottle on your lap or something.
Were you wearing a onesie?
I was wearing dungarees with me with a hot water bottle down the front.
That works for me.
I'm not going to lie. Niamh. It works for me. But now it's really weird because now when I'm in
a hot room,
I actually can't bear it. It's
no, I can't bear it.
Unbearable.
I can't bear it. And, you know, I've had an ongoing battle with my husband at night, you know, because he likes to hermetically seal us into the room. And it's killing me. It's killing me. And even though I've turned the radiator off in the room, I can't cope with the fact that I need air around me. I slept my entire life, my first 30 years in Willow Park with the windows open. Right, above me. And I live in the north, so it's a little bit colder than it is here. But I go into my mother's and, God bless it, my sister's house and a few other places, and they like it warmer, and they should have it warmer because that's their thing, right? But I cannot cope.
I know, yeah. We actually put the winter duvet.
The winter duvet. You have a winter duvet?
Well, you know the way, like our duvet, it's in two halves. Like you connect to a fastener, so then you take off one layer. So you put the extra bit on for the winter, and that's just gone on now. I'm not a happy person. I like to be really cool at night.
Yeah, me too. I like my head cold. So the room has to be cool.
Yeah.
You don't want your body completely cold, obviously. You
no,
have to be warm enough to sleep.
Also, I prefer to have my feet out at the end of the bed.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. It keeps you cool. The only problem with that is boots is like, nah, I don't like feet. So... She's just like slash. I'll get rid of these.
That sounds like my friend Sarah. She doesn't like feet either.
Yeah.
Every time she sees my feet, she's there ugly.
She's not a feet person. She keeps walloping them.
She doesn't slash me though.
No, I went to the dentist this morning.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got a cleaning, right? I have to say, it never leaves you, the fear of the dentist. Even though you know it's not going to hurt.
Yes, I know, I understand.
Even though you know it's not going to be like... You know, because the dentist now it's a pain-free.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
Like, I mean, the dentists I go to, like, they're absolutely brilliant. Like, you really don't feel anything.
No, I know,
like,
they're
it's
fantastic.
The odd pinch here and there, and it's the sound. Like, it's the sound of like the or the like scratching or the
I know, and it's the concept because. To be fair, there's a whole generation of people who didn't grow up with the dentistry that we grew up with.
I know, yeah.
You know, where they literally...
We're in very different age brackets now. Like back in the day of being ethered with a rag, that's not my vibe. I was always numbed up for a clean, and thank you very much.
God, we never got cleanings back in the day.
I went to the dental hygienist this morning.
Did you?
Yeah. Because I've got a brace on the back of my teeth.
It's a really great idea, though. No, do you not think so?
What
to look after your teeth properly.
Well, yeah, as they say, you only brush the ones you want to keep.
Okay.
My worst nightmare is like losing a tooth.
Oh no, well I've lost one. I lost my first one this year and it's really devastating.
You had to get it taken out?
Yeah. And it wasn't the one that I thought was going to be the one to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. But you see, here's an interesting thing you don't know about women when they're pregnant, because all the stuff goes into the kids. Quite often you lose the enamel on parts of your teeth.
Oh.
So I kind of essentially had big fillings in the two of my back fillings because obviously they were weak anyway, probably from youth, but also because my first big one was after Jack, and then the other one with Tom. It's just all the nutrients go into the baby, so therefore
you're like a father that gets tattoos for the names of his kids, but you get fillings.
Yeah, and it's probably another symptom, like your hair doesn't fall out the whole of your pregnancy and all this sort of stuff, and then it comes out in handfuls. All the hair you should have lost during that time. It's very traumatic. Oh, you've no idea of it. But anyway, as it turns out, I lost my first tooth this year, and I urge you hugely, and I mean hugely, to avoid it. Because now I'm doing that old person thing, trying to figure out which side I can chew on. And I look at a toffee and I want it, but I can't have it.
Oh, Niamh.
I know.
That's bleak.
It is bleak.
Do you know what else I did
lovely
this
gnashers.
week? I have lovely gnashers.
You have lovely gnashers.
Well, I do spend a lot of money on them.
Okay.
Because I get them cleaned every 3 months.
That's really good, though.
But I have to, because I've got like these braces on the back of my teeth, so I can't floss them.
Why did you get the braces?
Because I got braces in my 20s. And like if you
you're in your 40s now.
Yeah, but if you get braces over the age of like 20,
you have to wear them for life?
No, your teeth will go back because your jaw's been set. So if you get a brace, then they've got to put a bar in to keep, when it's corrected and the brace comes off, they've got to put a bar in to permanently hold it. It's basically like scaffolding.
They look really well, though.
Thank you.
Do you know what they did to straighten my teeth back in the day?
I'd say it was a man with 2 tablets of stone, was it? Something with a full fear.
They punched me. No. They literally put me out with gas and air and took 5 of my teeth out of my mouth.
Niamh. It was a very barbaric time.
Yeah, it was. I was sick in front of my primary school.
Oh, in front of your primary school?
Yeah. On the way back, we were driving by it, and that's where I got sick.
Oh, God.
I know.
And now the other thing I did this week, which I'm not proud of, is I was processing an ASOS return at the post office, as I do.
That sounds very, very business.
I was sending back a pair of tracksuit bottoms that were too big for me. And I accidentally showed a nude photograph of myself to the woman in the post office.
And how?
Very unplanned. Niamh.
Okay. Well,
very unplanned.
There are so many questions in my head right now, but tell me the story and see if I still have them at the end.
Okay. So.
Okay, go on.
I have a trainer, right? I've been going to see this trainer.
Have you?
Yeah. So he gives me like a program to do every week, right?
And how long has this been going on?
How long has this been going on? It's been going on since I don't know, March.
Okay.
Don't you judge me.
No.
I changed my habits slowly.
I changed my habits slowly, Niamh. I think I've been telling you for months, you look amazing.
I look better than I did.
But I'll be honest with you, I just look at you and see the person that I am.
Thank you, Niamh.
You're always beautiful to me.
Yeah, it's a very nice way of saying I don't see any progress, girl. That man's having you on.
That's not true. Go on.
So every week, like after your training, you've got to send them photographs. Like you send them photographs of yourself in your jocks.
Okay.
So like front, back, side. So
not completely nude.
No, but I'm in my boxers.
And that's not nothing today. Is that what you showed her?
Yeah, I showed it was fine.
I thought it was a full frontal.
I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened.
Okay, go on.
So with ASOS returns, right? You've got you process the return on your phone, and then you get a barcode.
Yes,
and then you've got to go up.
Okay. You say this like I've never done this, but anyway, that's okay.
You go up and then they scan the barcode on your phone, and then you give them the package. And they print the labels. But I went
Did you give her the package?
And I gave her she got the package she wasn't expecting. I went up, I put the package through the slot, and then I said, I expect you'll want this. She just looked at it for a full second and then said, I think you might have gone on to the wrong photograph. It's like, okay.
To me, I wouldn't say that was a nude photograph. It's just you don't have your shirt on.
Niamh, me standing in my boxer shorts.
Are they tight?
Sucking in. Because, I mean, I don't. He says you're not supposed to suck in, but like, come on.
It's like your second week in Swimming World.
Come on. Exactly, yeah. You
take off the heavy jumper.
You weigh yourself, but you hold on to the radiator.
Yeah. I've never done Slimming World, actually. I've done Weight Watchers back in the day, but never Slimming World.
Does that work?
Yeah, it does work in some ways, right?
Because they say like that your weight is not what you're supposed to be measuring.
Okay.
It's supposed to be one of the things.
Listen, if we were to believe everything that everybody says, we would get nothing done, right? The point is, the difficulty, yes, it does work in the sense that if you're considering that you have to be mindful of what you're eating, that's a good thing.
You see, where I am at the moment is you have to log all my food. I log all my food into this app and then he looks at it.
Does he have it?
But I don't look at. I don't log like that brownie now. That never happened. I wouldn't log that.
And you ate it all.
That's none of his business, Niamh.
You ate it
That's
all.
private.
And that was a big brownie.
Private, Niamh. That's a private brownie.
It wasn't even my brownie, right?
I mean, that's an invasion of my privacy now. If I was to log that, that's absolutely none of his business.
Nobody saw you eat that because I tell you, the speed you ate that, I didn't even see it.
Niamh. If you eat it very, very quickly in the dark, it didn't happen. Niamh.
Yes.
I am back on tour.
Oh, I'm so glad I missed it.
Daddy's on tour again.
Daddy's on tour.
Daddy's on tour.
I'm not comfortable with you saying Daddy's on tour.
Daddy got bills.
I'm usually the mammy in this situation. You're freaking me out.
I am on tour. My show, Gearoid, is all around the country and it'll be all around the country until next June. This month, I will be in Carlow on the 24th.
Is that the visual?
The visual, yes.
Beautiful theatre.
Yeah, and the tour runs all the way up until next June, and I'll be in Bicker Street in March. I will also be in the Everyman in Cork in January, and I think in February I'm in Mandela Hall in Belfast.
Oh, good.
So I'll be all around the place. I would love you to come. Gearoidvardy.com is where you can get tickets, or you can go through the link in my Instagram bio. Mm-hmm. And you want to deal with sold out shows.
Do you know what the nice thing about Gearoid?
Go on.
It teaches people to say your name right.
It does.
Just saying.
You should have called your album All About Niamh.
I wanted to. I know you're going to think that's funny, but I actually really wanted to.
Were they calling you Niamh?
No, Niamh.
And Niamh, maybe you'll pop up at one of the shows.
Niamh. Oh, I am definitely popping up. Are you joking? I love not to tell you, though. It's always more fun.
She'll do 40 songs at the interval. She won't be on the stage. She'll be in the foyer just trying to make the audience not go back in.
I'm putting a disclaimer in now. That doesn't happen. Just in case. I don't want to raise people's expectations or lower them.
We are pausing for a moment to remind you that Agony Rants is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
No.
It's a collective of curious, creative people who do podcasts, Niamh.
And who would be those kind of people?
Us.
Us. Okay.
Us. I mean, there's loads of other ones, but you don't need to know about them.
I know, to be fair.
Agony Rants is the jewel in the Head Stuff crown.
Is it?
And if you would like to support the show, we would absolutely love that. And you can do so by pledging as little as €5 a month.
Yeah.
And in return for that, you will get bonus content from all of the shows on the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
True.
Including our show.
Yes, because we do a really good thing.
Yeah. Our bonus episode, it's, again, exceptional.
It is vintage.
Vintage rants. Basically what we do is we take
an older problem.
A problem from days of yore, and we solve that problem, and then we read what the agony aunt of that time decided to do. And then what we realise is we're better than them.
Yes.
If you would like to listen to Vintage Rants, it comes out every second Thursday, and all you have to do is join Headstuff Plus, and you can do that on headstuffpodcasts.com. And also you will get bonus content from all of the shows on the Head Stuff Podcast Network, including the show that we are cross-promoting this week. Do you know what it is, Niamh?
No.
Me neither. It's
they
this
don't
one.
Tell me.
Niamh, we have problems.
Wait, but
we've got a follow-up, don't we?
where's the follow-up? Okay.
Yeah, we've got a follow-up. Do you want to read this? This is the follow-up from Paul.
Right, Paul. Okay, here we go.
Now, which one was Paul?
Paul is the one that was emotionally masturbating. Do you remember that? Because that was another learning curve for us. Do you remember that?
Do you remember this? Which was,
he was creating,
ruminating, wasn't it?
But basically, he was creating this false life.
A fantasy world.
That made him very happy.
Okay.
So, dear Gearoid and Niamh, I heard you asking for follow-ups on today's podcast, so I have resurrected myself to update you. In good news, I have managed to curtail my emotional masturbation sessions over Fikra.
Who was the object of his affection?
The object of his desire.
Okay.
After your advice, I realised that I had Pavloved myself by associating Fikra with a guided manifestation meditation I listen to every night going to sleep. As I was being instructed...
Oh, God, I'm exhausted.
Gearoid now.
I'm absolutely
Hold
exhausted.
It in, Gearoid. Hold it in. As I was being instructed to picture the life that you've always wanted by a one with a fakely ethereal, peaceful voice, I had trained myself to always picture him in various idealised scenarios. It had become an automatic response, so much so that I hadn't realised it until your podcast made me aware of when I thought about him every night. I have since stopped listening to the guided meditations and just listen to white noise music instead, and this has majorly helped. I can't bring myself to delete the wedding playlist I had created for us on Spotify just yet. But look, baby steps. It's in possibly related news. Around the time the initial podcast went live, Fikra privatised his Instagram account, which has also helped, as I can't cyber stalk him anymore.
Oh.
Real stalking may still be a possibility if I can find his address. So he doesn't even know where he lives. Like, did we know that in the original one?
No, we didn't know. I didn't know Fikra was... Like, why didn't he send us the link to Fikra's Instagram account?
I know, raging. But the timing seems coincidental, to say the least. So does Fikra listen to us? Did we call him Fikra in the last one? Did he give us a name? Normally they put in false names.
He gave us Fikra. Yeah, he gave us that name. Yeah, okay.
So with your help, I may have inadvertently put the fear of God up a random man I matched with on Tinder 3 years ago. Serves him right for not taking me up on the offer for a drink. Maybe it was all the talk about death. Who knows? Actually, on the death thing, yes, Fikra is a musician, but is a very funereal instrument.
Funerally instrument.
I know.
Funeral? Is that it?
You should say funereal instrument.
Is that what it means?
But it's a very funerally instrument. Yeah, funereal is the word you should use, not funerally.
If you're very...
I know. I read. It's not one you'd be pulling... Not that you'd know from... I don't read out loud, clearly. It's not one you'd be pulling out on a whim for a bit of light crack. So
what does he play?
I bet you it's an organ or something. So to clarify, I'm not an undertaker, serial killer, necrophile, nor do I have any business or pleasure around the death/funeral industry. I just think his death instrument had put it into my head. I do have a further problem related to one of your suggestions, which I'll send in another email. Paul.
Oh yeah, we've got another problem from him.
Is that the one that's 4 pages long?
It's about 4 pages long, yeah.
Okay, excellent. Can't wait for that. So technically...
And there's no mention of Fikra or his organ.
So essentially, we've resolved that problem, but it has triggered more.
I bet we're basically like, I think we're just gone through his to-do list, basically. Look, I think that ruminating around potential loves or lost loves is one of the worst things you can do. I think it's a really quick way to screw up your life. Yeah,
but to me, sometimes you create this fantasy person who doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, and we agreed that Fikra didn't exist. Like, no. He was just a manifestation. See, he was doing this, what was it? Manifestation, meditation. Like, all of that stuff now. I have to say, I have no patience.
Have you not?
No, I have no patience for that stuff. Because here, I think if you're meddling in that, I get the professionals in.
meddling in manifestation.
If you're meddling in manifestation, it doesn't, that's not safe. That's Ouija board territory for me.
I know. So who's a professional manifestator?
I like a psychiatrist. I need you to prescribe something.
Or watch
that will
Netflix.
make me content.
Watch Netflix.
That's all I want. I just want to be content. I don't have to be content. I just want to feel content.
Yeah. I mean, essentially sometimes when you create this alter ego for this person who exists but doesn't really exist to you, right? The point is, in the sense that, they don't have a relationship with you, but you've decided they're having a relationship and they're getting married, which is kind of what happened with Fiacre.
Well done, Paul.
Yeah.
It sounds like this particular issue is you're making progress, but for the love of God,
I can hardly wait to hear what the next one is. Shall we do the other problem first?
We'll have a Paul break.
We'll have a Paul break because it is 4 pages long.
Do you want to read this problem?
I'll read this problem because this is shorter. And
yeah.
And he's very prosaic. If you need any help with the big words, I'll help you.
Prosaic Paul.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the problem.
Oh, I love this.
I know you do.
I love this.
We both love it, actually.
If ever there was a hot mess, everything this woman did was wrong.
Helena.
If you're looking for a litany of mistakes, just do what Helena did.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, dear Niamh and Gearoid, I love you both. Maybe not by the end of this, but anyway. Honestly, Monday morning has never felt so good. I laugh all the way to work, and Niamh, I absolutely adore your honest, heartfelt advice. And Gearoid, you're very entertaining.
Do you know what?
Helena, you should see his face right now.
This problem is so bananas. It's so bananas that I didn't see that slap in the face in the first paragraph.
As you would say yourself, Niamh, we have a problem. I bought a car from my neighbour 3 weeks ago. Okay,
ding,
that's
ding,
it.
ding.
It's all over now. And it has been an absolute disaster. I paid €7,000 for it. And from day one, there has been problems. I didn't do a safety check.
Ding, ding, ding.
Because it was from my neighbour. So I assume the benefit of buying from someone you know is that there is recourse if something goes wrong.
Wow.
Okay.
You'd really have to stretch to think that that's the benefit of buying it from a neighbour. The benefit of buying a car from a neighbour is that you know it wasn't rammed into a wall at any point. You're not buying a vest in pennies.
No, this is true. On day one, the engine management light went on, and it turns out there's an electrical fault which is going to cost €600 to fix. Also, there is an issue with the airbag sensor, which I will need to fix to get through the October. Oh, the OCT. It should be an MCT, shouldn't it? NCT?
Oh, yes,
right,
yes, the National Car
I thought it was October, but
okay.
actually it's NCT. Okay. So she needs to get that fixed or else she won't get through our NCT. And apparently the timing belt is overdue to be changed. Holy God.
Helena.
To top it off, I bought a Mini Cooper.
Oh, no.
Which I have always wanted. And it turns out they are very expensive to service.
They are. I had one.
I know. You love that car, though.
I loved that car. Okay. I loved it.
I feel like I've been completely hoodwinked by someone who lives next door. No. What do you think I should do? Please help. Also, I don't despise either of you. With fixing cars. Lol. Much love, Helena. How handy are you with the cars?
I was actually very handy. When I was growing up, my dad showed me how to service a car.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Plugs, points, oil change.
And nowadays with YouTube, you can do lots of things. The problem is nowadays they encase everything in the car and you can't fix it. It's really hard to fix it.
The problem with a Mini is because it's so small and compact, you have to take everything out. Like I remember paying nearly 1,500 quid to get a clutch done.
I know.
Here's
now,
the problem.
To be fair, she's not asking us to fix this car unless she's looking for a GoFund.
She absolutely is in the last line, Niamh. That's how deranged Helena is. Helena,
I know.
Everything here is wrong.
When you go to a garage, you get so many months guarantee, right? So that's why you go to places like that.
But also what she did was, she did that thing where, and I'm always afraid to do it, is that, you know, if you're buying something off adverts or something, you always want to go to buy it. When you go to buy it, you never feel like you can not buy it.
I know. Once you're
because
going,
you're in somebody's house, like it's kind of like, I'm buying this, even if I don't want it.
Clearly,
I could be buying it and dropping off at an Oxfam on the way home, but I'm going to have to buy this.
So basically,
somebody's waited in for me.
You're paying them to get rid of it. Okay.
So you've done that with a car.
€7,000.
Now this is this is a very expensive lesson.
No, this is a big life lesson.
You never buy a car from a neighbour because neighbour isn't family. There's no guilt. There's no obligation.
And I'm going to tell you, there's no way that those people didn't know this was happening.
And also, if you get into a car that you're about to buy and the engine management light comes on and a sensor light comes on, you don't buy it. You have to do checks.
No, but she said it didn't come on to the next day. So probably what they did was they reset it.
They can reset it from one of those things because on Temu you can buy one of those things that you plug into your car.
Did it come at the same time as your jumper?
It did, yeah, I got one.
But seriously, look, this is the most expensive life lesson you're ever going to have. However, and you cannot, unless you're going to row with them for the next 20 years, you cannot bring that to their door. You can't. Because actually it's your own misguided generosity. Okay, let's try to be kind here, right? To be fair.
Do you know, I'm going to be honest.
Oh, don't be honest.
I would go back and I'd say, here.
Listen, do you know that these
What's going on?
Yeah.
You can play the innocence. Go back, don't be confrontational, but just go back and go, sorry, this light keeps coming on, I don't understand. Mm-hmm. You know, and I do think that the less you say in that situation, if you are confronting them, the less you say, let them fill space. So you can kind of go back and say, come here, we're just wondering, could you take a look at something in the car? Just this light keeps going on. And then don't say anything else. Let them talk.
Yeah.
Let them, and just leave loads of space, because if you leave loads of space, then, you know, they could say something like, oh yeah, that comes on sometimes. Yeah, but I think it's okay. And you just say nothing.
No, let me tell you something. These people sold that car knowing exactly what was going on.
I know, but they could, but they could, you could end up getting some money back, or you could end up getting them to pay to fix it. Or
No. If they could bald face do that to that person, they're not doing it. It doesn't matter how you stand in front.
But they could be relying on you not coming back because you're a neighbour.
Okay, true. However, so
I'd say give it one go. Like don't go small claims court on them. No,
go to them and say, look, try that approach. If you're not getting anything from it, you may just have to swallow it down.
It could be an expensive lesson. Now, the one thing I will say, right, if you were as somebody that owned a Mini Cooper. When the repairs start, right, you have to set a limit.
Yeah.
Because like, how much am I willing to spend on this? Because I remember over the period of about 2 years, I spent about $4,000 on that car, and it ended up just dying then. And you have to just go, because what happens is you do one expensive repair and you're like, oh good God, that was so expensive. And then something else goes and you're like, well, I've already paid this. You have to at some point decide to cut your losses with a Mini.
It's like Gamblers Anonymous.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's a BMW car, and so it costs so much. That car cost me so much money. Now,
I'm going to tell you something that will keep me up awake at night.
Go on.
Do not drive this car anymore until you have the timing belt set out of it.
Yeah, because isn't it? If the timing belt is screwed,
if the timing belt goes, it destroys your entire engine. That car will be worth nothing.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to tell you that because that happened to me. One time, wasn't my fault, as I'm going to say. It was many, many, many years ago.
Just another car written off by
Niamh. No. I won't accept it. Right. The thing about it is, it was early in my career of life, and in the sense of having cars. So you do learn a lot in the early stages of when you buy cars. Right. You do all the silly things because you don't know enough. Do not wait to get your timing belt fixed, because that car will be, or else sell it immediately with all the bit. Get the reset button. Try and sell it and get the feck away.
That's your other option.
Yeah, get onto Temu.
Your other option could be to cut your losses here. Your other option could be to knock 500 quid off this.
Yeah.
Take a 500 quid hit and then just sell this car.
Go buy another car. And then the other thing you could do is go next door and see if they'll lend you that machine that they clearly reset. They clearly reset the thing with. So I'm going to
just go in and say, I would like to spread the misery.
You bastards. Sew me
Can
this
you please do me the solid of lending me your...
Just give me the fucking machine. I'm going to send it on to somebody, make it somebody else's problem.
Helena, this is awful.
I'm really sad that this happens to you, Helena.
But I feel that you've learned a very hard lesson, that you don't buy a car unless you do a safety check. And you bring it to a mechanic you trust. And I know, do you know what? None of this is what you want to hear.
No, I know.
None of it.
Because it doesn't really resolve your problem.
Because the problem with this problem is not the actual things that happens. It's you feel so silly because you know all of this, Helena.
But your relationship with this neighbour is forever dead. I don't care there's no coming back from it. It's honestly, there is no coming back from it because those people definitely sold you that knowing there was problems with the car.
Your only saving grace is to really spend an hour practicing this.
Okay.
And it's all about the economy of language here.
Okay.
Go over.
Yeah.
Say as little as possible.
Yeah.
Leave as many gaps. The car you sold me, this light is going on. Do you know anything about it? Could you take a look? And just leave loads of gaps because if he's nervous or she's nervous, they'll fill space and let them fill space. And then what could end up happening is they could end up to committing to something like giving you back some money or
the machine.
Or the machine, the machine, so you could screw over somebody else.
Yeah.
Or it could be like, oh, my brother's a mechanic, he can take it. You never
something.
know what could happen in this situation. But I do feel like it's your only chance.
But do you not think it depends then on the relationship that you have with your neighbour in the first place?
No, I think it depends on it's a personalities here.
Yeah.
The ideal situation is you are cool as a cucumber and leave loads of space, and that they're a little bit nervous. And that's when they start to.
But they also might be clueless. Maybe they had no notion about this, which is a load of rubbish, right? But
they're selling that car for a reason.
Let's just go into the fantasy world,
yeah,
right? And not only how stupid are they to sell it to somebody next door to them?
So sorry about that, Helena.
Oh, Helena, I'm so sorry. Do let us know how you get on.
If we hear there's a suspicious house fire, we'll know. We'll know it didn't go well.
Yeah. Are we going back to Paul?
We're going back to Paul.
Do we have time?
No. We don't have time. We don't have time. Okay. Dear Gearoid and Niamh.
Okay.
It's me again. With another crisis I thought you might help with. Making friends as an adult who is socially hopeless. Also, in your advice, you suggested I go out and meet new people. This was advice for the previous one, I presume, yeah. You go out and meet new people. I want to share why, in my case, that is not a good idea. Okay.
And he really does.
Oh, he really does. It's a page and a half. Here's the thing. I find it really hard to make friends. I've always been more of a love the one you're with type when it comes to friendships. And by that, I mean I've always made friends with people nearby and have never stayed in touch with anyone from a previous phase of life. School friends, didn't have any. Hated the lot of them because, well, they had a collective IQ that required a decimal point to write.
Okay. I can see where the problem is here. Go on.
Yeah. Also, I was a complete closet case in rural Ireland, so it was also possibly a defence mechanism. University was different though. I actually had a friend group. No best friend, but people I enjoyed spending time with on a daily basis. However, the moment we tossed our graduation caps, I basically did a full Irish exit on them all. It wasn't intentional, I just moved on. And so did they. And now, my very small number of friends have all decided to prioritise their own lives over mine by getting married, emigrating or spurting babies without ever requesting my permission to do any of these things. They have also all moved countries in the last few years.
Counties.
They have also moved counties in the last few years. So live 3 hours from me. As such, I find myself left middle-aged and abandoned. A full-grown adult with no friends to do anything with at the weekend. I'm starting to see that it's tough to form actual lasting connections when your friendship style has always been out of sight, out of mind. My first idea to make friends over the last few years was using Tinder, Grindr and Hinge. That's your first mistake. Yeah, that went about as well as you can imagine. Yeah. Within the first 20 minutes of setting up my friends only Grindr account, I received 10 photographs of a 60-plus-year-old's flaccid penis, along with the message, he'll be your friend if you get him hard. Paul! Niamh won the Eurovision.
Oh, that's okay.
She doesn't need to hear these things.
It's okay. Go on.
It only went downhill from there. Between the guys who don't read the bio and assume a friendship request is some elaborate role play tactic, and the ones who take one look at my profile and ghost, it was a bust. One guy even asked if friends was a code for a CNC kink. What the hell is a CNC kink?
Oh, it's a BDSM thing. I'll tell you later. It's fine.
How the hell do you know this?
Google is a wonderful thing. Go on.
And I had to explain that I was, in fact, just that tragic. Who knew friend zoning myself would make this complicated? I gave up on making friends on the apps. Of course.
Apps are not for friendship.
No.
They're just not.
For a while, I relied on alcohol to loosen up in social situations.
How much? How much alcohol?
Oh,
How much alcohol?
Let's just say it loosened up a lot of things. Most notably, my stomach's ability to keep food down.
Oh.
It's a bit hard to seem like sparkling company when you're projectiling in the queue to the George.
Paul, you're a hot mess.
So I gave up the booze. And now I've got my social awkwardness without liquid courage. Sobriety has many perks, but making me more socially graceful isn't one of them. So in a last-ditch attempt, I decided to join a few clubs. First up was a running club, which I had high hopes for. However, this was a fail for numerous reasons. Firstly, people were actually enjoying the running part. I thought it was some masochistic activity, but apparently not everyone thinks like that. Weird. Also, being one of the most unfit ones there made me self-conscious because I ended up sounding like a rhino with sleep apnea gasping for life after the first half kilometre of a 5k run. This man.
Who joins a running club as a first option? Like, not anyone we know.
In hindsight, bringing headphones to drown out the sound of my own gasping breaths wasn't exactly the best choice for making friends either. Finally, I seemed to be competitive, which I didn't realise until I bulldozed some poor old fella in front of me during a warm-up. Can you guess why this club wasn't successful?
Okay.
On to a second group that I specifically joined because they were doing a social group for newbies.
Oh, nice.
I thought this might be better for me because I would be meeting other new people. I strolled in solo to see that all the other newbies had come in pairs and groups of existing friends. This might not phase other people, but I am as skilled as a newborn at initiating conversation, which isn't helped by the fact that I seem to have an antisocial head with a face that naturally lands somewhere between resting bitch and lost in a daydream. Everyone around me was just chatting away with who they had come with. Needless to say, that foray into friendship lasted a week.
Wow.
I've also tried some gay groups, but personally found them to be tougher than the straight ones. I've previously lubed myself from ankle to nipples to squeeze into skinny jeans, yet find the gay cliques harder to get into than those jeans. For a community that rightfully pushes for inclusion in all aspects of society, I have found they can often be quite exclusive of people within the community if you don't fit the ideal box. I don't think I should have to be 6'2" with a chiseled jawline and 8-pack abs to make friends, but that's what it feels like. I see the problem here.
Yeah.
So here's my problem. How do I get over myself and actually connect with people? How do I move past this combo of resting bitch face, non-existent social skills, and an aura that probably reads as leave me alone or die? I think I'm a nice enough person, minus the deadly competitive streak and chronic ghosting problem. And getting others to realise that is the challenge. Work also isn't an option as I mainly work from home these days and only meet the team once every couple of months. Please help me finally unlock the mystery of friendship, or at least prevent me from joining yet another club as that slightly weird, overly competitive, unfit loner who shows up solo. Perpetually your unhinged fan, Paul. P.S. You've mentioned doing a live show a few times. I really think it could just be you two therapying me and all my issues for 2 hours in front of a live audience. Thoughts?
Well, there's no doubt you bring a lot to the table.
You bring a lot to the table, but unfortunately shows have to be 2 hours.
Yeah. Do you know, there's a lot in this actually. And I know there
is a lot in this.
And there's a lot of fun kind of aspects where he's kind of thing. Finding your tribe is such a difficult thing, isn't it? Like at any stage.
Yeah.
You know, and I suppose the way I deal with, because I'm nervous about meeting new people, which sounds weird, right? But the way I've dealt with it is I'm over friendly, you know, so I know I use all my skills to get me past that. But generally speaking, when I walk into a room, I am nervous because all these people don't know me. So that's difficult. When I read through this, I see somebody who tries something for a brief period and then runs away. So there's no staying in what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're looking for things that you think you're going to like, but actually, have you ever thought about what you actually really like to do and stop thinking about making friends or having to do these things? Why about just finding out what you like to do and then maybe just go find somewhere you can do that, maybe around other people who might have similar interests, you know? And the reality is you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. I feel sad that you're lonely. I'll be honest with you.
Of course, feeling lonely is one of the worst feelings in the world, right?
Yeah.
But from your letter, you're not in the mindset to make friends.
No, you're not, because
you're in a very defeatist mindset.
Yeah.
And you need to get out of that. And what you're doing as well, right, is you're going into these situations where you're feeling judged, but you're actually going in there and you're judging every single person you meet.
Yeah.
Because
you're finished before you go in.
Yeah.
No, seriously, you are.
Yeah, he is. Like, I think what you need to do is, Niamh's right, find the actual thing that you want to do. If you don't want to do running.
Who the hell wants to do running?
Nobody wants to do running.
You haven't actually thought about what it is you like. About you. About what you want to do. Stop looking at from everywhere else. I think realistically, it's really difficult to find your tribe, but you're never going to find it if you don't know who you are.
Yeah, you need to be really, really clear about what it is you're offering. Nobody wants to be friends with the person who clearly doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, no, it's true.
And if you're in a situation where you're doing something that you really don't want to do, that's going to come across.
Yeah.
Like what people want is they want to go out and have a good time. And other people that are there want to connect. But I'll be honest, from the way you've described those situations, you don't sound like someone that wants to connect.
No.
You sound like somebody that wants to go and get a story.
Yeah, but that's okay. But you can't,
Like if you go in there and go, oh, everyone's handsome, everyone's gorgeous, oh, this is what it's going to be.
Like, they're all friends.
Yeah,
already.
of course they're not. Of course, you're not open to it. You've got to go in and you've got to the second you start feeling yourself judging these people, you've got to stop. Stop. Nobody wants to be friends with somebody that judges them.
No, I know that. Or who throws up outside the George.
Hey, we've all been there, Niamh.
I know.
We've all been there. There, but for the grace of God.
To be fair, Paul, there's a lot of good things you've done. You've stopped drinking. You've stopped, you recognise your elements. You're actively looking for something, right? And I like that. The other thing I'm going to bring up at this point is not everybody needs best friends.
No.
Right? There's lots of people who have lots of lovely friends, but they don't have to have best friends. And they don't have to have the same group of friends for everything. So the point is, you've worn your friends like coats over the years. And that's not a bad thing.
No.
Lots of people do it, believe it or not. Sometimes you outgrow because you're not doing the same things. But the point is, what is it that you're doing or that you want to do in your life? Find someplace that they're doing that. Don't go in looking for your best friend. Go in looking for people who are into what you're doing and see if you like them.
And you need to also look at, what do you need? Like, what is it that you need from a friend? Is it that do you just need somebody to go out with? Do you need somebody to share your innermost feelings and thoughts and all of that? Are you a sharer? I suspect that maybe you're not, because you move on from people quite easily, and that's totally fine. But if what you're looking for is people to go out with, then what you're looking for is a social group. And that is, you're kind of lucky, because that's easier to find.
Yeah, no, it is actually.
But the problem is you've just got to look in the right place. Like, what are you like, if you're interested in hiking, if you're interested in sport, I do think that if you're a gay man, you should try to find a gay club.
Yes, you should.
But it's definitely, you need to take like the sex bit and the relationship bit out of it, because that's not what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So don't go looking for it in a place where where you need to get that out of the way.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Do you not think in some ways he nearly needs to learn how to be a friend?
Yeah, exactly. It's not about...
do you know what I mean? In the sense that maybe he feels he hasn't really experienced it. Maybe he's socially awkward. So maybe he struggles a little bit to know how he fits into places. You know, and that's not easy. It isn't easy. And we know people like that, right? But doesn't mean that you can't fit in places.
I'm like that.
Are you?
I don't like social situations. I like social situations where
where you're in control.
No, not where I'm in control. No, but in my own group.
Yeah, of course. Everybody likes that.
Like just my own 3 or 4 friends. Yeah.
But then, how you make them is that you go and you find circumstances that will bring you into those spaces.
But when you're trying to meet a new friend, what you can't do is go into a situation and be like, I am here to make a friend, and a friend is someone that gives me X.
Yeah.
What you've got to do is you don't want to make a friend, you want to be a friend.
Yeah. So
you've got to start there. So you've got to go in and go, okay, I like this person, we're getting on. What can I give them? Friendship is not about taking something or getting something or having something. It's about it's the other side of it. It's given something. And then it just evolves. Like, I mean, me and you, Niamh.
Yeah, it did evolve over time.
It did evolve. Yeah. We give each other stuff.
It evolved.
I don't get stuff from you. Do you know what I mean?
No, I know. But I'm here.
Yeah. That's the way it works. No, but that's the way good friendship work. It's like, oh, I love this person. I'll what can I give them?
Yeah.
And then by the same token, if it's a good friendship, they're in the same boat. So that's how you receive.
Okay. Yeah, no, I understand that. Are you saying I don't give you anything?
No, you do.
I thought there for a minute.
No, because it's not like you don't come into the situation and go, what can I get from Gearoid?
No, it's not about that.
And I don't say, what can I get from Niamh?
No,
it's like, what can I give Niamh? And you're like, what can I give Gearoid?
Totally about that. It's about being open, and do I enjoy being in the space? Do they spark joy? Like Mary Campbell
exactly.
says. But it is true. And I know you can be all funny about that, but actually, you see the second group where you went special group for newbies. I don't know what it was you were doing. But it didn't mean that they couldn't bring friends, but just they were just new to whatever you were doing. But actually, in a weird way, if you'd maybe ridden that out a bit, maybe you would have got to know other people.
Yeah, there's a lot of like falling at the first hurdle here.
Yeah, and I understand because it's, you go in, as Gearoid says, you go in with a mindset that, oh, this is never going to work, but I'm very brave to try it. And you are, to be fair, but not if you're already thinking that it's going to not work.
Yeah,
it's not going to work.
Because what happens is you go in then after your first session, you're like, I knew it wouldn't work. I knew this was a waste of time. Like, you're just expecting too much from yourself.
Yeah, and actually, you're fun. I mean, the way you write is lovely. Have you ever thought about writing, joining a writing club?
I do think, though, you can't... Like, if you think about the running club for a second here, right? What?
Nobody thinks about running clubs.
What's the plan? Like, you're joining. You don't like running.
Yeah,
you joined a running club. So what you could potentially do is end up being friends with somebody who runs.
Yeah, not to mention.
And nobody wants that.
Not to mention, how much conversation can you have with someone when you're running with them?
Exactly.
Unless you're fit.
Also, you were just... You were gaslighting the whole lot of them. You were just showing up, I'm going to run for 1 week, I'm going to make friends with the whole lot of you, and then I'm never running again. Yeah. Like, that is...
And I wear my headphones while I'm doing it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, and did you actually come away from that situation and go, why didn't that work?
No, look, at the end of the day, I think Paul can do it. Maybe try a walking group.
Whatever the thing is, that what you want is to be in a situation where even if you go in and you don't make any friends, you still have a good time.
Have you ever thought of online gaming?
There's nothing more attractive than somebody who is able to enjoy themselves.
Yeah,
just someone that's fun and have fun, but what you can't be, because running is that you're expecting a lot from yourself.
I know.
Like, you cannot be the person at the running club that's like, I hate this, and expect all of the people that really enjoy it to be like, oh, he's definitely the one I'm going to make friends with.
No, but look, honestly, to be fair, if I was looking to make friends, my first thought wouldn't be, I think I'll join a running group. No, but I kind of get, the social thing with the sports, fine, right? I'm not very sporty, so I'll be honest with you, that's not where I would start.
The other thing is that you could do is... Yeah. Like, be a bit more active on social media, because you can make friends on social media.
Yeah, but sometimes those friendships can be lovely. I'm not saying they can't. But the difficulty with those is that people can be anybody they want online.
I know, but you bring them into the real world. Like, if they're in your locality, just go, hey, do you want to go for coffee? Do you want to go for,
But I think it starts with Paul understanding what he enjoys.
Yeah.
And then finding the tribe that might be doing that.
Yeah.
Because there's nobody in the world who likes to do something that nobody else likes. Even serial killers will find other serial killers who like to do what they're doing. Do you understand what I mean? I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is there's always someone else who likes what you do. I mean, it might be very niche.
Yes.
But nowadays, it's much easier to find those people. So you need to look at yourself, Paul, and decide what it is you like to do. Do you not think so?
Yeah, I know, I completely agree.
Yeah.
But it's not, you're thinking about the situation in terms of getting something and having something.
Yeah.
But whereas in a friendship, it's like, what do I give?
Yeah.
And I think that you need to really switch up your mindset in the sense that that negative commentary that's going on in your head when you show up to group, go, oh, look at him. Oh, look, yeah, of course. Oh, they all know each other. Sure, I'm stuck on the outside. You need to just switch that off. You need to, like, actually, that's another one where you can put the elastic band on your wrist.
Oh, like CBT.
Snap it. Yeah, it's just like, no, don't let that in. You have to go into that situation and go, oh, here's some new people, and genuinely prepare for this situation.
I know.
Like, write down a couple of things you can talk to them about.
Yeah, and take the headphones off.
Take the headphones off.
I know. Honestly, Paul. No, but listen, we really want to hear how you get on.
I do think that this is practice.
It is practice.
And I think you'll be grand.
No, I do
but
too.
I think that what you need to do is switch off the voice in your head.
Yeah.
And don't be trying to get a narrative out of the whole thing.
I know, and trying too hard and all those things.
Yeah, and be warm to these people and open to these people and just try to be a very nice version of yourself. Now, I don't mean that in a way of being inauthentic.
No.
I just mean be the way, like your mother told you. Smile.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it.
I know. But the other thing I'd say to you is you don't necessarily have to fake who you are, because actually there's some humour in you, there's some whatever.
But don't put yourself in a situation where you do have to fake it. Like, like hating running and joining a running club.
Have you thought of gymnastics?
Like, what? Find the thing you like. Like, if it's bacon, join a cookery club.
There's a million places you can go now for things.
Yeah,
this is the point. You will find your tribe. I promise you.
Everyone finds their tribe.
Well, if you're really serious about it,
if they're willing to look for it.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it. But all of those things that I'm seeing in your letter that you've done, they sound like somebody, yes, that's looking for friends, but they sound like somebody...
They're self-sabotaging.
Yeah, you're self-sabotaging. Mm-hmm. They sound like somebody looking for friends, but not willing to look, actually.
I know. Gearoid, that is very wise.
Thank you, Niamh.
For a moment there, I thought I was in the room with a therapist. Life coach. Have you thought about life coaching?
I have. I've done it a few times.
I know, but I mean, being a life coach.
No. It's the whinge and Niamh. I would peel me skin off.
I'd love it.
You should do a course. You'd be a great life coach.
Would you imagine me being do you think I'd get clients?
Of course you would.
I wonder what area I'd get most of my clients from.
Oh, they'd all be demented.
Demented. I'd love it.
Yeah.
I'd love it. I like a little quirk in someone.
I do like quirky people. Mm-hmm. I do think me and Paul could be friends.
I think so too. There's a humour in what he writes. But I think, to be fair, I feel sad if he really does genuinely feel lonely.
Of course. Yeah, anyone that feels lonely. It's awful, but it's fixable.
It is fixable.
It is fixable, but it's a mindset. And people think that if I'm a lonely person, and I've been that soldier, that what you do is you just put yourself in and say, I'm the lonely person here and there's loads of people around. Someone make friends with me. And it's like, no. You've got that completely backwards.
You got to put the work in.
You've got to put the work in. Yeah. You've got to be.
And friendship is work.
Yeah. Because
in the nicest way. But it is.
It's like looking for a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It's like you have to make this best version of yourself to attract friends.
Until they're friends.
And
then you can be an arse.
Yeah. That's what you need to do.
No, actually, Paul, we wish you the very best. Stop joining the running clubs.
It's giving. Yeah. It's all about giving.
It's giving.
Give. Niamh, it's been wonderful to chat to you.
It has been. And actually, I thought Paul's problem was going to be too long, but it's actually, only been 25 minutes.
It's only been... I'm absolutely exhausted. There'll be no episode next week because we're too tired. Paul, let us know how you get on. If you have a follow-up, we would love to hear it. agonymath@gmail.com. We want to hear from anyone we've ever helped at any time, even if their life is completely ruined. We will accept that responsibility.
Do you know what I was thinking?
Go on.
Maybe Paul knows how to fix cars.
Oh.
Him and Helena be great mates.
Paul, could you do a timing belt on a Mini Cooper?
We'll see you next week.
We'll chat to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.